a very good evening here from Mulpus, the HQ of Let's Talk Sport. And today, wow, let's just say we've got a very interesting stream. Never have we done this at midnight, but tonight we are doing right here, right now, the Women's Euro 2022 Sweepstakes draw. 16 teams, 16 people to be allocated those 16 teams for the prize draw, which we will reveal very shortly. Every single person entering have decided to risk their £5 well-earned money, or $5 to some people. There might be an American involved as well, but it still works for them as well. They like football, some of them, amazingly they do, even though that this is the Women's European Championships. So in exactly a month's time, we have the Women's Euro 2022 in England, taking place all over England. Wembley Stadium, Amex Stadium, Old Trafford, Lee Sports Village, Etihad Campus, all sorts of stadiums, Bramall Lane as well. It is happening all over. So it's a very exciting few weeks ahead for our football fans here in England and for our Europeans who may come over to support their team. Now, of course, it's been 5 years since the last Euros, and wow, we can't believe we've had to wait that long, but COVID has delayed. It was supposed to take place last year, but here we are 12 months later. The England men's team couldn't do it in their home tournament in that final to Mancini's Italy, but can the women of the Lionesses do one better by winning the whole tournament? Now, we all remember what happened 5 years ago when Holland were the last team to win outright. There they are. Good old Vivian Miedema, one of the top goal scorers of that tournament, scored the winning goal actually against Denmark in the final few minutes to make it 4-2 and to bring the trophy home. And it was in front of a home crowd. It was in the Netherlands 5 years ago. And as you can see Lieke Martens there. What a player she has become since that tournament, playing for Barcelona and winning the Women's Champions League, while Miedema has gone on to win the WSL with Arsenal and gone on to become quite the player internationally and at club level. So they are the holders. Can anyone stop them in the tournament next month? They haven't won any trophies since the Euros. But the manager for Netherlands back then was Sarina Wiegman, but she won't be representing the Holland this time. 5 years on, she'll be trying to bring it home for England on their home tournament, and that is this woman right here, in case you've not met her before. If I could just get the picture up for you. There she is. Now that was her at the Women's Euros draw in October last year, which took place in Manchester. There she is with the trophy, and she rightfully should be able to hold that trophy since she won it 5 years ago. But the sad thing is for her, she will have to do it with England, which England have never won the Women's Euros, so she knows it's quite the task. But hey, this is why she took on the job last year. They haven't lost a game yet, the England women's team. I don't think they've even conceded a goal yet under Sarina Wiegman. So very exciting times. If she can win the Euros twice in a row with two different teams, both different teams that have won the Women's Euros, then that is quite beautiful. Now, don't worry, folks. You'll get to see that trophy again because it is right next to me right now as I stroke it. Oh, it feels nice. Thanks to UEFA for giving me this trophy for one night only. They are here to pick up in the next few minutes, so we must go through every detail before we start the draw. Oh, I'm making you wait for this, folks, because those 16 players have been waiting all day. Actually, they've been waiting for at least a good 5 years to find out who they were going to get in that sweepstakes. So, that is move on to our participants for this year's Women's Euro sweepstake on Let's Talk Sport. So, starting off with me, Jamie Davis, top left. Now, normally the person, I've been to a sweepstake draw before where the person who hosted it actually won the sweepstake. So it's very normal for the host to win the sweepstake. Yeah. Looking through the other participants, we also have another Jamie, not as quite as beautiful as you'd imagine. That is Jamie Burgoyne. But we do have another Davis, that is Stuart Davies. Gabby is also part of it. She is a Chelsea women's fan normally in women's football, so she'll be hoping to get... I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to get England herself. Joe Stanley hasn't had very much luck with his teams at sweepstakes level in the past. Harry Wright did, I think if I can remember correctly, he got Algeria at the Africa Cup of Nations, but they ended up losing every group game, even though they were the holders of the tournament back in January. We got Philippa Elms. She actually plays a bit of women's football for Owlsmere. Hope she doesn't mind me sharing that. Helen, who is the editor of the Women's Football magazine and a good colleague of mine. Hope you're well, Helen. We then have Joe Crosland, a good man from Shrewsbury. Miranda Stockwell, who hasn't had much luck with her teams either, and quite frankly, it'd be funny if she got a bad team again. Adam Davis, my brother from another mother. Kyle Fenn, an Arsenal fan, so yeah, doesn't have much good taste there, you could say. Katie Harris, all the way from Reading, I believe. If I've got that wrong, Katie, I do apologise, and towards Reading. We have Crystal Rose, who's American. Now, you'd think she would probably save herself for the Women's World Cup, since she comes from America, and all they ever do is win the World Cup. But no, she is up for taking on something a bit further out of the way, which is in Europe. We then have Luke Tanner, a man who doesn't normally do sweepstakes. He's not a gambling man, but for this summer only, I think he is really up for it. He likes the challenge. Connor Porter is our last man on the list here. So this is in no particular order. This is the actual order of people who said yes to doing this. So it really was first come, first serve, and all of these lot got there in time. We've had millions of applications, and it's come down to these 16 people to represent the 6 teams we have for the Women's Euros next month. So let me just go through the prizes. So this is what they are fighting for. Now, the inflation is very high. It just keeps getting higher. It is getting higher than the height of Peter Crouch and Jill Scott. They are very, very tall players. So I think when you've got the inflation going above their heads, then you know that there's a problem. So £40 for the tournament winning country. That is the highest you can get. £40. But there are add-ons. We'll go through them in a minute. But if your team finishes runners-up in that final, you don't go away with nothing. You at least get £20 from the £5 that you used to enter. The next is £10 for worst team of the tournament. So we like to have this prize because sometimes we do get people who don't like having a terrible team, like, no offence, but I'll mention it right now, Iceland. Even though they're at this tournament, I think, from the top of my head. Might be wrong there, actually. But a team like that, for example, let's be honest, when you get them, you want to have something to fight for if it's not going to be the tournament win. So we very much welcome this prize. So there's still money to be made, even if you get the worst team. And then this is either add-ons or just one prize that you can win on its own, and that is £5 for the team that gets the top goal scorer. So that could even be the winning team. So there's potential to win more money as well as that £40. And then there's £5 for Golden Glove, and that is in the brackets in case you're not sure what that means. That is the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets. As long as they represent your team, you get that £5. So there's a chance to even win money back just to get your money back and not lose anything. You may finish break even, but hey, it was worth it still, surely. We've got Joe Stanley getting in touch before we carry on. If you haven't got in touch yet, get in touch on the live chat page. He says, I don't want to come last again like with Turkey or the last 16 like Mali. Joe Stanley says, sadly at Euro 2021 there was no worst place prize. We've been learning. In case you're wondering, these are the groups, folks. So there are 4 groups, 4 teams in each, and that's how it adds up to 16 teams. The 2 best of each group go on to the last 8, so that is the quarterfinals. So Group A has got England, Austria, Norway and Northern Ireland, so it'll be interesting to watch England take on a home nations of Northern Ireland when I think that's in the second round of the tournament. Group B, we got Germany, who've won this Euros many times. The runners-up from last Euros is Denmark. Spain, one of the hot favourites under Alexio Putellas, the Ballon d'Or of earlier this year. And Finland as well. So a very tough group, that one. Group C has got the champions of Netherlands in there. Sweden were the Olympic silver medalists after losing to Canada on penalties in Tokyo of last summer. Portugal, now you've noticed that their flag and text is a bit bigger than the others because they are a late addition, well, a late replacement for Russia, and of course we don't need to go on about it there. I think let's just say they've been selling a few bad pies. People don't like that, so they've taken them out. Switzerland, that looks like a first aid kit, is going to be known around the medics for each game, even when Switzerland aren't playing, are in Group C. And then Group D, we got France, Italy, Belgium and Iceland. Oh yeah, I was correct. Iceland are in there. So someone might unfortunately get Iceland, but who knows? That could get you £10 at least for worst placed team. So, I think we are pretty much ready to go. Let me just go on to my draw sheet again. We've already seen Miss Serena Weigmann. Don't need to see her again. Let me just change my thing. If I just go there. There we go. That's got the wrong screen up. Quick look at the fixtures maybe. So as you can see, the opening game will have England versus Austria, which is a month from now, Wednesday, 6th of July, at Old Trafford. The night after will be Norway versus Northern Ireland in Group A. And then it's mainly evening kickoff, so the very earliest you'll have is 5 PM kickoffs in England, and then 8 PM kickoffs later on those evenings as well. So I could go through all the games with you, but to be honest with you, we are here for one thing only, and that is the sweepstake. Now, can we see our people on here? I think we can. So I've already put all our names in, as I said, in no particular order, from person 1 to person 16. I've pretty much got everything ready, and I'm hoping that this sweepstake will work in one go. We shall see. Crystal Rose says bad pies. Yes, some bad pies been sold across Europe from a certain nation. Joe Stanley says the anticipation. Well, this is it. I think it's about time that we put on some tense music. And there we go. The tense music is on, folks. Don't worry, it's copyright free music, so we're okay to use it. Well, I hope so anyway. Right, all I've got to do is press that big green bar at the bottom, and then this sweepstake will begin. This is quite tense, but what I will say is a quick mention from those teams. Let me just go back to it. If I was wanting the winning team, you've got quite a few. With there only being 16 teams, you really do have the elite of Europe. So I would say you'd either want England, Germany, Spain, Sweden, Netherlands, and I'd possibly say outsiders, Denmark, and maybe France. So there are a lot of teams that could win this tournament. So I think for any of you that get carried away with either Netherlands or maybe England or Spain, for those that do get Germany, for example, don't think it's over. I think there's a huge chance we could see something very different at this tournament. Right, you've all been waiting for this. We've been waiting 5 years for this. Millions of applications. 16 of you have been lucky to be chosen with me on this sweepstake. Even myself got chosen, so I'm very thrilled to be doing this as a host as well. I hope you have still got nails before the nerve tensions begins, and I will click that button. Right, here we go. It's loading. I think. Here we go then, live draw. So Iceland. Oh, it goes to Kyle Finn. The next one. Switzerland, Adam Davis. Adam got Switzerland at the men's Euros as well. What are the odds? For Russia, it's me. Oh, well, okay, it's meant to be Portugal. Portugal. Gabby has got Belgium. Crystal Rose has got Austria, which is... Oh, the blooming pop-up. Go away. Katie Harris has been given Denmark. Poor Crystal, she got Austria for the Euros as well, I think. Burgoyne has got Sweden. Ooh. Yet again, he's done alright. Joe Crosland has Finland. So, we're halfway there, folks. We're coming into the last 8 now. They needed to change Russia because it's meant to be Portugal. Stuart Davies has been given Norway. Helen has got Northern Ireland. Helen interviewed one of the Northern Ireland players recently. Italy, Connor Porter. Amanda Stockwell has got Spain. She'll be thrilled because finally she's got a good team. Joe Stanley has got a good team as well. He's had a bad look, but now he gets the Netherlands look on Miranda and Joe Stanley's side. Still waiting for the final three. Oh, blimey. It's Luke Tanner with Germany. Pippa's got England. She's got her home nation. And Harry Wright has got Sacre Bleu. It's France. And that is your draw. So, let's go through it one last time. If it lets me. So, let me try and see if what's it like if I click table view. Here we go then. So, going through it one last time. Kyle Fenn might go in for worst place team of the tournament with Iceland. Adam Davis yet again has Switzerland after he got them in the men's Euros last year. I've got Russia, which I'll get a lot of boos because of selling the wrong pies maybe to all my European countries. I don't know, but either way, that's supposed to be Portugal. The website hasn't changed that, so actually I've got Portugal, not Russia. Gabby has got Belgium. Crystal Rose with Austria yet again. Hopefully she's kept hold of that Austria top she had last summer. Katie Harris with Denmark. Quite jealous. I like a Denmark team. Burgoyne has got Sweden. I'm jealous of him because in terms of kits, I'd love to buy that one. Olympic silver medalists, so they're definitely the dark horses. Joe Crosland has got Finland. Stuart Davies with Gora Reaton's team. That is Norway. Helen has Northern Ireland, so even though Helen is English, will she support Northern Ireland when they play England in the group stages? She'll have to let us know. Connor Porter's got Italy, the men's Euro winners from last summer. Can they do it in the women's Euros 12 months on? Miranda Stockwell has got probably the favourites to win the tournament, and that is Spain. Joe Stanley has got the last Euro winners, Netherlands. Dark horse team, they've definitely got a chance. Luke Tanner's got Germany, a team that was very well driven during the 2000s. They haven't won a tournament since, but let's just say they're building again. Pippa has got England, the tournament, potentially the tournament favourites, but also the hosts, so that it's definitely on their side to do well. And Harry Wright has got France, who I can't remember the last time France won I don't think France have ever won a women's tournament. I might be wrong, but not from the top of my head. So that was it. That was your draw for the women's Euros. I hope everyone got what they wanted, apart from Kyle Finn. Actually, I don't know. If you want to win worst team tournament, you still make a fiver out of it. As in, you put in a fiver, but you get £10, so at least you get your fiver back. But that is, I think we have pretty much come to a conclusion here, folks. Let me just move that out. Oh, no, that's not it. No, I've completely lost what I'm doing. No, that's not it. Not that it really matters anymore because it's all done and dusted. There we go. So that is it. That has come to the end, folks. So thank you very much for watching. It's been midnight sweepstake here on Let's Talk Sport. I very much would love to do this again, but our next tournament after the Women's Euros, if you've already given up with your team that you've got, the next one will be the Men's FIFA World Cup in November. Myself and Jamie Burgoyne have got something planned which would be more than just an online draw. It could involve different things. It could look like a proper FA Cup draw. We'll find out what the budget comes to us after this sweepstake. But anyway, get some sleep everyone, unless you're like Crystal in America and it's very, very early still to go to bed. But if you haven't gone to bed yet, go to bed. Go to bed. And if you want to complain or tell me how happy you are, feel free to let me know. But for now, if you haven't, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, give me a like, and do give our channel a follow. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Good night.